では、ジャパニーズリストリームをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。現地は午前1時57分となっております。続いてのゲームが、マーベルズ・スパイダーマン2です。こちら解説応募ありませんので、解説できるよという方いらっしゃいましたらお待ちしております。ご応募お待ちしております。カテゴリーがですね、オール、コレクティブ、ごめんなさい。全収集と、オールボシーズリレーですね。オールコレクティブズですね。で、これなんですけども、リレーになるみたいですね。奏者さん、今画面上、2人乗っていると言いたかったんですけど、1人しか乗ってないな。今の名前載ってる方が、オールコレクティブルズですね。の、カテゴリーをやった後に、もう一方が、オールボシーズをやります。で、一つ目が、オープンワールドのゲームなんですけども、定義されている収集可能なアイテムをすべて集める。っていうのが一つ目。で、二つ目、オールボシーズ。これそのまんまですね。すべてのボスを倒す。ゲーム内のすべてのボス戦。サイドクエストも含むようですね。をリレーするという形ですね。で、どちらのカテゴリーも、ニューゲームプラスで始めるようです。なので、いわゆる強くてニューゲーム、関連新規データではなくて、アイテムなど強化された状態でのスタートとなります。で、難易度がですね、ここから難易度も含めてなんですけども、3つが4つありまして、まず難易度、アルティメットにするっていうのがあるんですけども、こちら達成済みですので、難易度はアルティメットになります。どちらもアルティメットですかね。で、あと2つが、スーツをどれにするかっていう投票ですね。マイルズ・モレラスのスーツと、ピーター・パーカーのスーツ。ピーター・パーカーは、2つ選ばれるんですかね、上位の。選択肢の中から2つ選ばれるようです。今のところ、マイルズ・モレラスのスーツは、売店の看板猫のスーツ。です。で、そうですね。ピーター・パーカーの衣装は、ノワールとライミっていうのが今、上位2つに来てるんですけども、ノワールが、スパイダーバースノワールスーツってやつなんですかね。で、ライミがちょっと日本のサイトのスーツ一覧見ても出てこなかったのと、元の英語版でも出てこなかったんですけど、多分ライミ監督版の衣装ということでいいんですかね。ちょっとあまり私は詳しくないんですけど。ちょっと詳しい方、そうですね、ゲーム始まって衣装を見ていただければ、これかってなるのかなと思うので、ぜひ見ていただければと思います。そうですね、ちょっと先ほど、ちらっとスーツ一覧見てたんですけど、めちゃくちゃ多いですね。そうですね、侍のスーツなんですけども、名称がなんか、正式名称が違うのかなみたいな感じで、どれだってなってたんですけど。はい、ありがとうございます。で、ごめんなさい。もう一つでしたね。3つが4つあるんですけども、もう一つが、ペットディーマザタイガー。虎のディーマですね。ペットですかね。が、クリア後ですかね。会いに行けるみたいなんで、それを見るのかなと思います。 で、こちらがまあ$3000目標で、今$2200なので、まあそのうち達成するでしょう。多分左下にもちょいちょい出てくると思うんですけども、注目いただければと思います。
Cruising and grooving with all y'all for the next set of 4 fantastic runs. The next of which is Marvel's Spider-Man 2 coming up. They are working on setup percent right now, so guess what? Let's chat. As I mentioned, we do have that wonderful incentive coming up. And, you know, since the last time I mentioned it, we have raised, oh boy, you're making me do math, $135. So we are $620 away from getting that incentive. I want to make sure we get that tiger pet. We also have a couple bid wars that I know y'all have heard of, but let's talk about it again. We've got some suit choices coming up for the next run, and that is choosing our wonderful suit for Peter Parker and our wonderful suit for Miles Morales. Now, we do get 2 choices for Peter Parker, so the top 2 are going to be in this next run with B.5 and Pessilist. So right now, the top 2 are Noir and Raimi. There's still just a little bit more time. So if you want to see a different suit get selected, when you hit !donate or go to gdq.gg/donate, you can put your specific incentive toward, or your specific donation to your specific incentive. And there are a few options on there, like Apocalyptic, Arachnite. There's some other really cool ones. You're going to want to check those out. As for Miles Morales, our Bodega Cat is currently in the lead. You have a little bit more time to choose which one you're going to see on there, but still, time is always short because we're speedrunners, and that's what we do. We make time go by quickly. Now, I will say, going back to that greetings from Finland one, you know what I haven't said yet once this time, friends?
そうですね。寄付額投票のお話出てるんですけども、ファイナルファンタジーがすごい量で出てますね。ほぼニックネームなんですけど。
So if you want, let me know where you're from, and I will give you greetings from here in wonderful Minneapolis, Minnesota.
あ、フレイヤめっちゃいますね。確かに。
Speaking of giving love to everybody, we have $50.
フレイヤ1位が、
Who says, as a medical professional, I
フ
feel
レイヤが1位のキャラが3つあって、2位のキャラが2つあるかな。
Excellent care to people who need it most. Huge thanks to everyone's efforts and good luck to the talented runners. Thank you so much, Randy, for that wonderful, wonderful heartfelt donation to
まだしばらく先、まあ今夜か。今夜の日本時間の11時頃ですかね。なりますけども、その辺もお楽しみに。寄付額投票できる方は加わっちゃってもいいかなと思います。8キャラって半分ぐらいになりそうですね、今の感じだと。大丈夫かな。
Now, I will remind everybody that in addition to donating to such a wonderful cause, just in case you're unaware and you've been missing out on some fantastic prize segments by some fantastic people, your donations can enter you in to win a whole bunch of super cool prizes.
ちなみにですね、今画面に出ている右に出ている、右じゃない、左に出ているプログラムのうち、マクベット64以外は解説応募ありませんので、解説できるという方いらっしゃいましたら、ご応募お待ちしております。詳細は、ジャパニーズリストリームのディスコードまでよろしくお願いします。
We'll say it's kind of close to tiger shaped. It's not quite, but it's 2 in the morning here, and they look the same to me, just slightly different colored. And yeah, with that tiger-shaped friend, we're now only $295 away, friends. Do you think we can get this incentive met before we start the run? I think so too. I hear a couple woos in chat, live chat, I guess. Hello, friends in live chat sitting in front of me. We have $245 away. So yeah, let's see if we can get this all set to go before we start the run. That'd be pretty super cool.
EV になってたね。
Speaking of which, we have a $50 donation from Renzal, who says, "This GDQ has been absolutely wild. Thank you for a wonderful event." Renzal, thank you for stopping by and being super, super generous. Let me tell you something that's really cool about Doctors Without Borders is, I like to know kind of where my donations go towards, just from a physical thing. What can my donation get? And for that $50 donation, did you know you have just supplied clean drinking water for 736 people for 1 week just with that $50 donation? I heard that, Lou. I agree. It is such wonderful work that you can do. And, just something as simple as a $5 donation can get you 4 treatments to cure adult patients from malaria. It can get you enough vaccines to immunize 13 children against measles. It can get you 5 rapid tests to diagnose HIV infection. There is so much you can do for such a wonderful cause. And it warms my heart to see that so many of you have been raising so much money for that cause. And speaking of being super awesome and generous and giving greetings from around the world, I see some worldly awesome people donating. We have Niasara donating $10. It says, "Watching all the way from Singapore. Congratulations to all the great runners and runs so far and all the money raised for MSF during the event. Chat, can we double this by the end? I think we can. Keep it up." Thank you so much. And again, thank you for watching in Singapore. You are fantastic. We also have $10 from Pivotlist, who says, "Not quite great news from Germany. Though I lived there for a year or so, as far as I'm concerned, that still counts. Much love from the UK. It's always a joy catching up with the games I missed overnight and getting to see some of the early morning blocks from stateside." Well, thank you so much, Pivotlist, for your donation, and hello from across the pond. We have a $5 donation from an anonymous baguette who says, "Greetings from France. Didn't sleep yet despite it being 9 a.m. because this is too good. Please don't be like me and take care of yourself just as MSF takes care of people with kindness." Well, you should take care of yourself too, friend. And thank you for that awesome, generous donation and greetings. Now we are at less than $100 from getting to pet our tiger-shaped friend. We are at now $45. Chat, you're making a liar out of me. I love this. Keep it coming. If White is here donating $50. Hello from Australia. I always love watching GDQ and supporting such a great cause. Thank you so much. And I can't math that much. I don't know what time it is in Australia, but I'm assuming it's in the middle of the day, and that is awesome. Hey, look at that. We have just met that incentive. So we are petting our friend-shaped, tiger-shaped friend, Dima the tiger. That was a little bit of the Department of Redundancy department, and that's totally fine. So thank you so much for those generous donations, friends. In the meantime, I will shout out a couple more greetings from I see Anatako donating $10 and said, "You asked and you shall receive." Greetings from Germany. Yay. Thank you so much. All right, and looking at some other things we have open right now because, we've talked about the suit choices and Bodega Cat, and for Miles Morales and Noir and Raimi are still winning for Peter Parker. We also have a couple other things coming up. Later on, we have Blasphemous, and that is the run right after Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So that also is going to be getting some love. We get to choose the language. And friends, since we're global, let's just face it, we are global. All of you are coming in, popping off with all of your locations. I love to see it. Keep that coming. In terms of the language choice, it is between, French and Spanish, and there is a backstory behind that, but you'll have to, wait, so I tell you later. but it's a pretty awesome backstory, so sit tight and you'll find out about that in a little bit. Anywho, that race is super tight. There is only $45 difference between French and Spanish, so if you want to choose one language over the other, there is plenty of time to make that donation towards that incentive. We also have a fantastic character choice for Tall Twins Tower available. Right now, the Cat Boy is defeating the Rabbit Girl, so have some good options to choose from there. And there's also a few more to choose from, like, well, Elephant Friend. So definitely put your donation towards that if you want to go for it. And then, of course, as we've been hearing a good amount of, we have lots of Final Fantasy IX character names to go for. We pretty much have everything. Personally, I'm looking at Aiko's nickname, and Freya being in the lead, I have a special place in my heart for that one because one of my puppos is named Freya. So I'm cool with that one. If Galahad wants to stop by, that'd be sweet too, but we have fantastic options available. So feel free to donate towards any of the ones that are available. If there's one that sounds good to you that's not on that list, feel free to submit it. All right, I've also just found out we have new incentives that are open. Not just one, we have two. Yeah, Chad, we have two to choose from now. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So, first one that we could talk about is an upgrade to 100% on the upcoming run of MacBet 64, A Journey of a Nice Chap. I love the title of that. And we have to reach $2,900 to get that run upgraded to 100%. So I don't like saying we have a lot of time because we never have enough time. It's the marathon's over soon, and that's sad. So towards that incentive. Also, we have officially opened another incentive for Final Fantasy IX, and hear me out, friends. This is pretty awesome. It is the Melodies of Life sing-along. I know you all love singing, and for $60,000, that's 60, our wonderful Furry is a Fletcher will lead us on a sing-along of Melodies of Life, which is Final Fantasy IX's main theme and an absolute banger because it's a Final Fantasy song. And we're gonna actually be accompanied with a keyboard player in the form of Ferric Fox. So it is going to be an absolutely amazing time. You're gonna have a blast, we're gonna have a blast, but we need to get that incentive met. So, and if you wanna hear or sing along with that sing-along, put your donations towards that. If you wanna upgrade MacBet 64 to 100%, you know where to go. Again, exclamation point donate in chat. If one of our awesome worldly global best friends would like to put that in there, you're awesome. You're all awesome though, let's real talk. Or again, gdq.gg/donate. Or feel free to use the Twitch extension. You have the option of donating towards a wonderful cause and putting your donation towards your incentive, or you can feel free to subscribe to the channel. That all said, we are so ready to go. So, friends, get your Spidey suit on, and how about you just point at your lookalike, because it's time for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 All Collectibles, All Bosses Relay with B.5 and Pessilist. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Spider-Man 2. We
さあ
have a
始まりますね。
great relay of two categories here today. I'm B.5. I'm a PlayStation runner. I am joined
こ
here
こから、
with Pessilist.
マーベルスパイダーマン
Hello,
2
I'm
の時
running all
間です。
Yep. So this is gonna be a relay where we're gonna do all collectibles at the start, and then all bosses will be at the second, and it's
今
gonna
手前
showcase
に映
the
っ
core
てる
pillars of
方
Spider-Man
が
2.
最初に走られる方ですね。
I'll let my couch introduce
オールコレ
themselves.
クティブルズ。
Hi, I'm Satan herself. I think I know what spiders are, and I'm like 90% sure on men. So I think this will be good.
And I'm C Average. I ran Spider-Man 1, helped Pessilist a lot with the ultimate difficulty stuff, which, thanks to all of your donations, is what we'll be doing here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'll be around to help explain some of that.
Awesome. So let's get right into this. So I believe we had the ultimate incentive met. So we'll be doing this on the hardest difficulty. And we have a suit incentive as well. What is the suit that we have for Peter?
The top suit for Peter Parker is the noir suit.
Nice.
Hey, very
Good
good.
choice.
Good choice.
スーツはこれで
Miles's one will
決定
stay
かな
open until we switch players. Keep that in mind if you want to change that. Although the cat is very cute.
Ooh. Well, I need to change this. Do you remember where this is?
I honestly
I
don't.
think it's in
今
gameplay.
確認してますね。
Gameplay?
スーツの投票結果。
Nope. Oh yeah, film
Yeah.
style animation.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you
I don't
go.
want to have the slow
Yeah.
FPS on. It's, yeah. All right. So I'm going to get started with all collectibles here. This is going to be movement based. All
No,
bosses are
this,
going to be
eh?
very combat based. And it's going to be pretty fast paced as we're going. But most of the basics in general for Spider-Man 2 speedrunning we'll cover kind of at the start of all collectibles, and combat stuff we might cover more in all bosses. But yeah, I am ready. Let me just make sure I'm on ultimate. Yeah. Let's get started. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey,
スタートで
So all
す。
collectibles here, we have 3 sets of collectibles that we have to get. Spider bots, photo ops, and Marco memories. Marco memories contain a little bit of combat with weak sand enemies,
1933
but then spider bots like that, and then this photo op up here is going to be very important for us to carry over momentum.
yes, to explain kind of what these categories are, these are 2 NG Plus categories, New Game Plus, where we are loading in a save to the mission
先
where
ほど
the
も
last
お
of
話
our
ししたんですけど、
collectibles
ニューゲーム
spawn
プラ
in
ス
the
ということ
Spider-Bot.
で、
At this point
強化された
in the
状態で
game,
の
we
スタート
now
で
have
す
a
ので、
save where we have only collected
より自由に動き回っているのかなと思います。
So we load that in, we get here, and now it's a map just for us to
で
go
改めて説明ですが、今は、1人目の奏者さんですね。決められた全ての収集物を集めるカテゴリーを行っています。
Yep, and Spider-Man 2, like, it's made a
で
lot
それ
of
が終了すれ
improvements
ば、
over the ones,
全ての
and
ボ
you'll
ス
see that
の
here,
倒すカテゴリ
in the
ー、
Spider-Man
別
2
の奏者
gameplay.
さんがや
So
る
one of the biggest
予
features
定となっ
here
ており
is
ま
like the
す。
web wings, and they also brought back like the spider dash and the spider jump from Miles. And together that's going to really like bring up our
おそらく
momentum
D 今
a
は
lot here.
最後に見れ
You'll
るかな。
notice we're not going to do a lot of normal swinging. The fastest form of movement in this game in a straight line is to use those dash and jump abilities. And what B-Dud is doing is B-Dud is holding down air tricks and mashing the web wing button to open and close
す
them.
ごい飛ぶ
And
な。
what that does is kind of have Peter hover a little bit in the air more than he's supposed to, which means that he gets to keep a lot more of his momentum than he would.
アビリティガジェットフル活用ですね。
That ends up being a lot quicker
なるほど、
over
中
time
盤
than
で
just
使
swinging everywhere.
えるようになるものも今使ってると。
The noir suit really takes up a lot of
It takes up a lot of
It
space.
does.
Yeah, we will talk more about the combats later when we get more into the all bosses side of stuff. But a lot of what we're doing here is all momentum based. You would think when we say all collectibles and you have a bunch of them spread across the map, you'd be thinking, oh, well, we're just going to go to each part of the city and grab all of them as we go. Not quite, because this is more about maintaining momentum throughout the run than it is just collecting things. Because you'll see some of these are on the ground and we'll have to go to a full stop. Some of them are in the air, like that. We also have this little piece of movement tech called a car launch, where we can use the share menu on the PlayStation 5 and get a little bit of the zips going, if you will.
If y'all like that, you're going to see more and you're going to see it bigger.
Yeah.
糸使ってな
Yeah,
いで
that's
すよ
just a。small one.
That is a baby one. So you'll see that also as B-Dud does tricks, tricks allow us
地
to
面に
pick
落ち
up
てるアイテ
spider
ムがあれ
bots
ば、
without
そうでない
stopping.
感じのもある
That's
み
their
た
way
い
to
で
keep
すね。
momentum. Sometimes we want to stop like there though, because the stop allows us to kind of change our direction and get height. Like all of this is based on momentum. In the first, yeah, those guys are there.
Reminds me, I'm supposed to be taking pictures.
マスクかぶってましたね。
So, yeah, in the first Insomniac Spider-Man game and Miles Morales, there was a cap on your speed that you could go like a certain momentum is the max that you can go. This game works a little different. It's all based on velocity. And essentially, the more you do in the air, the more velocity you're able to keep, and the less you do, the more you slow. The more you slow down. So the reason that this spamming the web wings works the way it does is if we kept the web wings out, we would lose momentum very quickly as we glide through the air. But because we're constantly opening and closing them, the game allows us to say that, hey, you're doing something, so you can maintain the momentum that we currently have. Which everything goes back to that. It's all, what do we do to keep momentum? Like, we know that these collectibles are on this height, so we want to do these at the same time we're doing this, and this is on the ground, so we can do that.
ここまでやらなくても結構楽しくスパイダーマンって感じで動けるんでしょうね。なんか雲ゲットした。
I'll say if we're talking about momentum and photography, I've got a Open the Floodgates donation for you.
Oh, please.
Yep, this is
Perfect. $25 from King TDN, who says in all capital letters, I want pictures of Spider-Man.
I got you.
Absolutely. It's like, do you want pictures of Spider-Man petting a tiger?
Ooh.
Well,
Yes.
it's my understanding that we met that incentive, right, Asuka?
Oh, we absolutely did. We are petting our tiger-shaped friend.
Excellent. Guess what? We've got another deal for you. We can pet her again. It does not take very much time, but it takes a lot of love. And every 5K increment on that donation total, so 1,415, 1,420, etc., is going to get y'all another pet on Dima. So go ahead and donate because we're going to get some more tiger pets if y'all help us out.
Oh, don't mind that.
Yeah, don't mind me. But yeah, she's friend-shaped. We gotta pet her, right?
So as a Spider-Man 1 runner, the movement here is like so interesting because we did so many like point launches and everything like that. But like, Beta, have you done a single point launch like at all?
I might have done one or two, but yeah, we don't try to do them as much here. It still like helps if I need to.
Yeah, it's helpful for like positioning if we're trying to go in exact places. But no, but that was our best way in the first game in a lot of ways to go from a full stop to going. Our best way to do that here is using Insomniac's incredible accessibility features. Like one of them, we have bind to camera mode for those car launches. We'll explain more of that a bit later. And one of them we have for charge jump, which if we hit it, we just instantly get a full jump. Very nice landing.
Thank you.
So the main thing you want to know for the combat for this section is punching people is slow. Yeah, you'll see in the bottom left and bottom right, we have 4 abilities. We have 4 gadgets. Each Spider-Man has their own set of abilities. They share the same gadgets. And for these sand guys, really any number of things can be good. The key tenets for all the Insomniac Spider-Man games is there are 3 ways to take out enemies. 1 is to deplete their health bar, which is invisible unless they're a boss. 2 is environmental hazards, so pushing people off of roofs, or sand guys do not like water. We'll see that in a bit. And number 3 is webbing people to walls or the floor or any number of things, which we're mostly going to be doing 2 and 3. For the sand guys, we're mostly going to be doing the web options. Once we fight more normal enemies in the all bosses category. This is a big one.
Hold on.
I like that you think there are normal enemies in this game.
Well, more normal.
More normal, exactly.
By Spider-Man standards, there we go.
Yeah, there
お
we
っ
go.
と、これはグリッチだろうな。
Got stuck in a wall. Typical.
Yeah, so
As you do.
if you go fast enough, you can phase through walls. This is
ド
a
モー
thing.
ドを
But
キャ
no,
ン
this
セル
is
かなん
like
か
only
する。
half
ド
of the way there.
モードメニューを出し
But
て
this
なん
is
かや
an
ってました
example of
ね。
keeping the momentum because this one, we've already been to this part of the city. That's Madison Square Garden. We already took a photo by there. But using the car launch there allows us to get much more height, and it saves much more time coming back for this when we have a way to get the height with speed than it does going from down near the ground to take a photo and then trying to go all the way up and then go back down, etc., etc. And it's really cool when you can get some of these photos in full motion. Those are harder than they look for no good reason. Also, getting some of these tricks and picking things up is harder than it looks for no good reason. And sometimes when you do the tricks, these pop-ups will not show with the spider bots. B-Dud is looking for a little spider symbol in the bottom right corner that indicates an autosave. That will tell him that he has collected them. He's also paying attention to this dialogue. Robbie Robinson here talks after every photo about all the things that makes New York great in his mind, like random Spider-Man people on the roof. By the way, people who are awake in New York right now, I'd love to hear your donations about what you think makes New York special.
Or whatever makes your city special that you live in.
Yeah, whatever makes your city special, wherever you happen to be awake at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the city that never sleeps, right?
Yeah.
Got to be awake.
No,
right
New York
now.
never sleeps. There are New Yorkers that are awake right now, I'm sure.
No, the whole city's out.
The whole city is awake at any given moment. There is no sleeping.
That explains a lot.
I mean, if there was a spider person swinging around, I don't know if I could sleep.
It's so true. That's what's keeping Jameson Jums, you know who, up at night. Tell me how to say his name, please, in the donations.
You want me to? Because I
Yes,
literally
please.
can right now.
Please.
$25 from J. Jonah Jameson, who says, "Get me more pictures of Spider-Man and get me more donations for MSF."
More of that, please.
As remember, I'm keeping an honest chat out of you, friends. Was it $5,000?
That's right, every 5,000 increment on that total.
So right now we need to get up to 1,415,000. Exclamation point donate in chat, and let's pet that tiger. Again.
All the time.
Chat, see if you can fill my memory card. I'll take a picture every time you tell me to.
So one minor combat thing that's worth mentioning here is that the gadgets and how they refill. You'll see in the bottom right corner the gadgets, and the little colored pips on them is how many gadgets you have. There's a max number for each gadget. And when you use them, they're used up. The way they refill is one, completely randomly when you take out an enemy, and also which one you get back is random, which is kind of annoying. Means there's a lot of improv that B-Dud's going to be doing with depending on just what resources he happens to have with these fights. The other way to get them back is a finisher. Using one finisher does get one gadget back, although that is also random which gadget we do happen to get back.
Yeah, and that's a key tenet of the ultimate difficulty because finishers are kind of like the only really good way to finish some of the enemies. So, and gadgets. You like we said earlier, you don't want to be punching.
Yeah.
B-Dud's probably not thrown a single punch yet because it's just bad.
Nope. At the core of this game, in terms of the speed run, it's less an action game and more of a resource management game. Even in this movement part of where we're going just as quick as possible, flying around, we're still managing in terms of our tricks, how fastly we get our enemy meters back, and in terms of just our velocity and how we maintain that as a resource. There's a lot of just how do we use what we have as opposed to anything else. And we too try to route as much as possible, but there is some improv that's just going to happen, especially on the ultimate difficulty, which affects this run much less than it affects my run. You made my life much harder. His life, this adds maybe a minute.
Yeah, like world record is like 30 seconds difference between Friendly Neighborhood and Ultimate in this, but it's like, what, 9 minutes in all bosses? So, yeah, it can be a lot.
Yeah, it can absolutely be a lot. Which this part, we're just going into Symbiote Surge as well. We'll note here that Symbiote Surge, Peter's ultimate ability, his webs work like an impact web.
ちなみに今、コメンテーター席で喋ってる真ん中の方が、
much more of that.
ボールボーシー
It's
ズ
very
で
helpful
走ら
in
れる
alleyways like this when
方
there's
で
a
すね。
wall like everywhere.
Absolutely. The other thing I'm hoping we'll see much more of is your donations, if we have any.
Oh, I've got plenty. I've still got plenty of global friends saying hi from all over the world. We have got, let's see here, $250 from Ecclesias, who says, been away at a conference and missing the live runs. We'll have to catch the replays, but greetings from
ちゃんと活用してましたね。
Nashville. Thank you for that donation. We also have $99.99 from Darlene, who says, good morning and love from Belgium. Thank you and greetings from the US. Richard donating $50 and saying greetings from Sweden. Donating so I could see our tiger-shaped friend being pet firmly. We must continue the firm pets. And we need to hit $1,415,000 to see that next pet of our tiger-shaped friend.
Absolutely. So a little more in depth
これは
on what is
そうですよね。
happening with those launches in terms of a mechanical perspective.
メ
We
ニュー
have
が
the
出るということは
camera of the game. We have the camera. Well, there are two cameras in this game. There's a camera that Peter
高速の合
has
図
that
です
takes pictures of what Peter is doing, and then there's the camera mode that pauses the game, and you can like pose to spider people and take a bunch of cool pictures around the city. We have the ladder that pauses the game bound to a D-pad. And what B-Dud is doing is B-Dud is going on the car, starting a slingshot, then using the share menu from the PS5 in order to suspend the game, and then hitting a pause and the left D-pad that the camera is bound to at not the exact frame, but it's like a 5-frame window. It is surprisingly tight in order to get that. Every one of these that B-Dud is getting is way harder than it looks.
The combat's actually going a lot cleaner than what I thought it was going to.
Yeah, these fights have gone really well.
Oh, and I'm gonna get some good traffic RNG here.
Yep. Traffic RNG is another thing to keep track of with the launches, just like real life. Which way is the traffic going? I don't know. Is it going at all? I don't know. The number of cars on the road is random. The green lights and the red lights also random. Like, this is New York City. We can't predict these things.
I feel like there are too many people being too successful at driving for this to be New York City.
That's true.
Yeah.
And no matter how frustrated you get with traffic, please do not go and stand on top of a moving car. It won't help.
No, it will certainly not. Like, you'll actually see that as part of the traffic RNG too, because if a car is trying to turn into pedestrians, the car will stop because of the pedestrians. Sometimes the pedestrians don't move because they want to wave at Spider-Man, and you just sit there and cry.
Now that sounds
That's awesome.
accurate.
Yes, it is an entire thing for us. Better or worse. So this is probably the hardest combat in this particular run because we do have human goons on top of the sand people. The sand people are generally easier to take out. The human dudes on ultimates, just your abilities aren't going to do a whole lot. B-Dud doing a pretty good job just keeping track of his resources. He's out of the web grabber, which is the gadget that groups people together really quickly. Has a bunch of ricochet webs to web them together.
あ、なんかちょっと違う。
Like using some, you've seen them use mostly a lot of the, what are they called, sound burst? I always want to call them concussion blast, but that's the first game. So I think they're called sound bursts that can instantly take out a bunch of the sand guys with just the sound.
I know that they get upgraded into like the what is it? Shoot, I had the name and then I completely forgot. Never mind.
I'm not good with names. There are 3 of these games now, and all of them, you know, like there's a Venom boss fight, and Miles has Venom powers, and there's a Venom jump and a Venom dash. Like, I don't know. Also, the launches, you can do them with boats too.
I see our host, Asuka, going, what? This is awesome. Also, something I love about this run, 3 different collectibles. Ooh, shiny spider, cool. Ooh, pretty picture. And beat up men. Beat them up. It's a great tonal whiplash. I love this category.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. And shout out to the Insomniac dev. Like, all of these collectibles actually have like some fun side quest stories behind them. Like, part of this category is it's not enough for us to just collect the collectibles. We have to finish the side quests associated with them. And B-Dud has been doing some stuff, opening and closing menus to manipulate the dialogue, because there's so much of it playing, and we need Genki to talk to us about the last spider bot at some point. So Black Cat just called us there about the story mission. We do not care, Black Cat, not this category. So we need Genki to call us saying, hey, these spider bots are really weird. He'll pick them off at this location. And if he doesn't, he can just soft lock us. And we're not soft locked in the game, but we're not going to be able to do the quest nearly as quickly as we would like in a speedrun.
Now I think would be a wonderful time for some donations.
Absolutely.
So I have a quick question for you. Can Spider-Man do a
記憶の
backflip?
一部は結晶化してる。
Sure, why not?
なる
Cool,
ほど
because。for $2,000, Thousand Force has said, do a backflip. Ooh.
I think that's just holding backwards on the tricks, right?
It is. Yeah, I can do a backflip here in just a sec.
Woo. Wait for it, chat. Wait for
Yeah.
it.
We also have to listen
take
to
like 20
dialogue
seconds
for
for this.
some of these crystals.
Well, in that case, I will take 20 seconds and say $10 from J. Jonah Jameson again, saying, why can't you get pictures of Spider-Man? Peter Parker was able to do it in a cave with a box of scraps. I heard that.
We're getting pictures of Spider-Man.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't get the Genki dialogue, so I gotta try to get it here.
As long as we do a backflip,
As long as we do a backflip.
Genki.
I might have goofed somewhere.
Oh boy.
We are missing a spider bot somewhere.
Did the one in Brooklyn glitch out?
Oh, yeah. The one that did it before.
It's like, there is one in Brooklyn that is notorious for just not showing up as collected for some reason.
We got one all the way over
Can
there.
you fast travel there now?
We don't need fast travel where we go.
Yeah. It's like it's not that fast travel isn't allowed in this category, but you unlock fast travel by doing a bunch of the side stuff, which we purposely don't do for the purpose of having the save set up. And also, this is cooler. So
Yeah, much. If traveling
Do
by
a
car was
backflip.
like this in real life.
I can use another boost, probably. If there's actually moving traffic, no.
No.
All right.
Do a backflip.
Of course not. Not in New York.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah,
go across
just go.
normally.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a really good pace run, though. Like, really, really good. But
This is the thing about all collectible categories is it's like part of going fast is, again, we're doing tricks in order to skip the pop-ups and skip the getting confirmation that they're popped up, which means, yeah, sometimes things just do not get picked up. That is an unfortunate fact about how this category goes sometimes. And part of the skill level is being able to try not to do that. But
it's not
no,
that one.
contrary to what you might think, speedrunners are human.
They are, but cats are also cats.
Cats are cats.
So I think we're just getting more time to get more donations to Pet Dima.
Yeah,
So
more
Yeah, we
backflips
are-
and more cats, right?
And more backflips, more cats, and we are $2,000 away from getting our next pet, so keep that coming. We've got, again, some more love. This time we're going to focus on some New Yorkers here. Buster donates $5. New Yorker here, flew to Minneapolis for my first SGDQ. And what makes New York so special is the size of our rats scurrying around the subway system. Also our bagels. Thank you, and welcome to your first SGDQ, friend. Pleasure to have you. We
Bagels
also-
are so real. And
so I
can
also, we
vouch
will
for
see
both
rats
those
later.
Yes. We have $50 from Senor Bob, who says, what makes New York so great is the same thing that makes GDQ great, an incredibly diverse community. As New Yorker attending my first GDQ in person, this has been such a heartwarming experience, less than 3. Welcome to you as well, Senor Bob, and thank you for that wonderful donation to Doctors Without Borders. Woo. Let's get our clap for our first-timer SGDQ attendees. Juniper donating $10, who says, we must have more kitties. Pet the kitty and have a kitty. Also take picture of the kitty. Much love from Colorado. Trans rights are human rights. Woo! Indeed. Thank you so much, Juniper.
What's the donation amount to take pictures of the kitty?
Ooh.
Lizard down.
We could do every
Not
point.
yet.
We could do 0.25. So that 1,417,500 numbers. We could do that halfway
Down
point.
2.5. Getting ready to
so
bed.
much work for our host. I'm so
Keep us
sorry.
honest over there.
お、セーブをした。
Oh, I didn't sign up for this level of math. I'm waiting for it. However, I did
There's
donate.
the
There's the Genki dialogue, finally. Sorry.
No, no,
You're
you're
good.
good. You're good.
なんか読み直し
J.
たのか
Jonah
な。
Jameson does say hello again if you'd like, really quickly.
Yes, please.
Perfect. $5 from, this time, JJJ, saying, hey you on the couch, in the purple, stop sitting there and use that device you have and get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
Okay.
I happen to look over and see the camera come out.
Okay, so the spider bots are now done. There is one more photo over on the beach here, which is where this final Marco memory is. Like, the final Marco memory will spawn once we get all of these and spawns on the same spot, which is convenient for the routing. And fun fact here, B-Dot is going to go for a strat that was found about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, shout outs to HG, a legend in this community, world record holder for both these categories that you're going to see today. Like, I don't know how he plays the game this good. I have no idea.
He's absolutely amazing.
It's like, but we're going to go for a strat here where we're going to try to overlap a couple sets of dialogue while we pick up this last Marco crystal, where it wants us to throw rocks. When you throw one rock, it's vulnerable, but then you can just web shoot it. We're going to try to time it so we throw 2 rocks in order to time how this dialogue overlaps. And if we do it perfectly, then we can pick up the dialogue, or pick up the crystal without listening to any of the associated dialogue. This saves about 30 seconds if we're able to get it, so it will save time even if we get it on a couple of attempts. Getting hit by the Sandman people is a very real thing that can happen while you're attempting to do this, which is unfortunate, but go for it another time here.
Okay, I think that should work.
Looks good.
Again, brand new trick, y'all. Brand new.
Yeah, literally
Got it.
with like an hour of
Woo!
practice.
That's awesome. Y'all, clap for that.
Found 3 hours ago.
Yeah, so that saves like maybe like 28 seconds.
Yeah, and now the big one. So this one is really all about how do we keep our momentum. Because look at how quick we go. And now we're going to try to do a bunch of random web zips, a bunch of random dodges, a bunch of random things to keep this going for as far as possible. That was about 4,000 meters away. We got 3,000 meters in like 10 seconds, something like that.
Like 3/4 of the way there, so that's still pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hitting a building, like, it's really hard to control where you go in these launches, unfortunately. B-Dot's done a really good job making that look easy. And so right into buildings, how that's supposed to go. And what this is the end of the end of the Sandman mission. This is the end of the All Collectibles portion of the run. We're just going to check real quick that every single one was gotten.
Yep. But yeah. Good run, except for getting that last firebot. Otherwise, that was like
So
record
clean.
pace until the end.
I know I was holding my breath. You did a really, really good job.
Yeah, I never do the combat as good there. Like, I got really lucky with a lot of them.
Yeah, that's about, what,
yeah,
80 collectibles in 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much.
Yep,
14, 23, and 42.
ダイブですね。
Very good.
GG. Y'all.
はい、GG。
Well done.
オールコレクティブルズがこれで
Transition pass is
Yeah.
time
達
for
成
you
ですね。
to take the mantle.
Look at this. Have you ever seen him before? A commentator becoming a runner? A runner becoming a
で
commentator?
ここからは、走者交代して、オールボシーズ。
While we get that set up, do we want to get some donations?
Absolutely, and chat's worried about the backflip. Just throwing that out there. We see you, chat. We hear you. Again, we are
多分衣装から何から変わると思いま
In
す
the。meantime, we also remember upgrade that to 100% for
まずは一
MacBat
回出て
64. That is at $685 of 3,000. So if we want to see that category of
まあ設定やら
MacBat
何やら
64 run upgrade to
変えていくでしょう。
$100, put your donation towards that incentive in chat. Best friends, exclamation point, donate. On the website, gdq.gg/donate. Also, you can use that Twitch extension. We have so many different ways you can donate to such a wonderful cause that is Doctors Without Borders. Now, friends across the world, I see you, and we are going to
これ合わせて1時間半あるので、もうオールボシーズが1時間ぐらいってことですね。
Much love and greetings from Germany. Less than 3. Hello, friend. We have $50 from Dusty Sora. Greetings from California.
スーツ多いな。こうやって見るとめっちゃ多いですね。
Close to our second pet, Dusty Sora. Stay tuned. We have $25 from Feezer, who says, GDQ is always a must-watch for me and my wife. Let's keep the donations coming. Greetings and morning from Switzerland. Hello, friend. Thank you for watching this fantastic marathon.
Okay, so we're about ready to go. I just need the second place for Peter's suit and what suit we are playing for Miles.
Absolutely. The second choice for Peter Parker's suit is the Raimi suit.
Very good.
Nice.
Good choice. And for Miles Morales, we are going for the Bodega Cat.
Very good.
Woohoo, yeah.
Also friend-shaped.
Always
I mean-
friend-shaped.
I mean, look at him.
Okay, that is adorable.
あれこれだけあ、これだね
All。right, so
猫のやつですね。
into the all bosses portion, and this is going to start with a doozy of a car launch, if you would like to explain this.
Yeah, so
ピーターパーカーの
car
スーツ
launches are
選
very
んで、
technical, and we even have some props to help us on with
そうで
this
すね。
all. Yeah, so the comic book is going to kind of represent the state of
マイ
like
ル・モラレスのスーツも選んだ。
like states of like how some things will move or some things won't. So like the share menu will suspend everything on like a current page, pretty much.
さあこ
Pez
か
has
ら
to
は
rely
戦
on some
闘が
traffic
始まりま
RNG
す。
here.
こちらもニューゲームプラスで
He
プレイ
knows
して
that
ま
he
す
can
の
have
で
something、set up on the traffic lights, but
誰
basically
も手
when
に入
he
れた
gets
状
the
態
launch
で始ま
to
ります。
work
移
well
動
for him,
も
it's going to
しっか
essentially
り。
work where he's going to open share menu, he's going to
猫ちゃんも
do
そうな
photo
の。
mode and the pause at the same exact
もう
time,
分かり
just
で
like
す
that.
ね。
And then as soon as he has like the share menu open, it like kind of transitions over to the next page, has all the cars moving on a separate page while
何か
Peter
を
is still
同時にや
still
るとあれ
on
が起
that
こるみたい
on
で
the
すね。
previous
あ、
page. And because like
どう見て
Peter
も
is
ボス
on a
だ。
whole different comic book page
サ
pretty
ンドマ
much,
ン。
like when we resume normal gameplay combat, it's just going to shoot him forward to wherever he should be in the future.
Yeah, imagine a comic book and all of the pages are frames.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a new one. You don't have to think about buses anymore. I freed you.
Right. So all bosses. So what? Whoop. So
スー
what
ツは
all
寄付額投
bosses
票だとライミ
means
って
is
書いて
we
ま
are
したね。
going to use the mission replay feature on New Game Plus mode in order to replay replay the missions, and we're going to replay the missions that have
PS5
bosses
す
on
ごい
them.
な。
What we define bosses as are any big enemy that has a big old red health bar at the top of the screen. And we define the boss as defeated when the big red health bar part of the screen is depleted. Which means in a couple instances, namely this mission, there is more of the mission than what we're going to play, but the big red health bar will be depleted, so we say the boss is done. And that's how this is going to go. So, and when we say all bosses, we mean all bosses. So that means not just the story ones. Those who play the game, you know there are a couple side missions. We will
あ、
get
ボ
to
スバトル
those.
モードみたいなのないんですね。
Those
だ
will
か
be
ら本
after
当に
the
順
main
番に
mode.
倒してい
So
く。
for up until the
確かに
full mission, it'll be chronological order, but it's
ス
just
ピードラン .com の方に
kind of
も
like a
カテゴリー
subset
としては
of
なかっ
like
た
New
の
Game
で、
Plus speedrun, but you know we're just not doing a few missions here and there.
2% と 100% に対して、それぞれ、
So yeah, like every mission
ニュー
that
ゲームかニュー
requires
ゲーム
us
プラ
going
スか
through
みたいな
regular
感じだった
combat
と思
up
うの
until
で、
the bosses, we have to do as well.
Yeah, not much
PS5
more
で
to
音
say
痴だっ
about
た
the
かこれ。
Sand People combat you haven't already seen. Now that we're in more of the story part, a lot of stuff is ultimately
ああ、そういうことね。
unnecessary.
失礼しました。
A lot of stuff in this game is ultimately dialogue based. We are waiting for certain dialogue to play, and that's what triggers the story events continuing. Did we not change the suit? I just thought I changed the suit. That is my bad. So we'll just
あ、スーツ変え忘れてましたね。
click. Cat.
Then you put on the visual effect for the frame, like the comic book frame thing.
Like,
ちゃんと
You might
反
need
映
to
され
change
て
the
なかっ
visual
たみたいです。
setting.
whatever. It'll be fine, probably. Like, maybe. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
まあカッ
Yeah,
トシ
we'll
ーンは
check
都
on
度
it
飛ば
after
す。
Sandman is dissolved into little itty bitty sand particles. And while we're working on that, I think now is a wonderful time to hear from some more folks in the donations or
Absolutely.
whatever else.
We are waiting for dialogue triggers in order for certain things to continue here.
You know, Jonah Jameson keeps on donating, so we have $10 with Parker. You'll never believe what I just saw. Spider-Man crouched, froze for a second, then flew all the way to Queens. I think the stress is getting to me. You know what? Forget Spider-Man. Get me pictures of cats. Chat, we still need about $1,600 to get that next petting of the
め
cat.
ちゃくちゃ消えそうですけど、
We also have a $50 donation
めちゃ
from
くちゃ
Old
カジュアル
Fish
な
House.
服着てますけ
Oh,
ど。
I love this. Talk about crossing the characters here. Dun-na-na-na-na-na-na, Spooderman, Spooderman. Thank you so much for that. I love that donation.
Very cute. Keep them coming. We love it. More.
Keep me $25 from NSG. Good morning from Norway. Loving these amazing photo launches. Who knew Spider-Man could fly? I think you'll learn something new every day. Thank you so much for that donation to Doctors Without Borders. Wolf Shadow donating $10. Hello and greetings from New York State. I don't know about NYC, but I know we night owls exist everywhere. I live in the central New York area, less than 3. Well, thank you and greetings from over here in Minnesota. On the flip side, Thorgy donating $25. Greetings from Brooklyn, where I can confirm, yes, we are all still awake right now.
中が出てきて
How can we sleep? We've got so many amazing runs to go. Can't believe it's the final day for a night owl like myself. The wild late night runs at Games Done Quick is always the high point of my year. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Thorgy.
Fantastic. You know what? If somebody donates from the Bronx, I'm not sure that they're quite real because I don't think Insomniac thinks they're real either.
It's not in the game.
It's not in the game. The Bronx is just not in the game. Fun fact.
Like, you got Queens, you got Brooklyn, you got Manhattan, so I don't think anything else exists.
Apparently not.
I don't know. Give me a donation if we're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Prove Insomniac wrong.
And that is our first mission done.
さあ、一人目を
Uh,
倒しまし
these
た
will
と。
get more intense significantly because we're about to skip about half the game.
Yeah, so this is the portion where like any percent is like 4 hours long. This is like 2 hours into any percent. So we're really jumping the gun on.
Why did
like,
it change my suit again?
I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, this is the first like boss after Sandman, after that opening boss fight. The first boss is Lizard, and it comes in halfway into the game. From this point on, like this is the state where everything starts like picking up largely. Like if you're doing like challenge runs or something, like this is the point where you have to have like upgrades and stuff to help you get through stuff, or else you're gonna have a hard time. So yeah, Lizard is the kind of the start of all that, and you'll see here exactly how we deal with them, and we'll explain like the most optimal way to go through combat and deal enough DPS for speedruns.
Yeah, we got this unskippable cutscene here, and then the pace is going to start picking up a bit after that. After we get the right suit back on, I really have no idea what's going on with that. There we go.
Lead pipes are messing with the tracker signal.
So, little bit of a fun movement over here is it's very easy to soft lock the game on this pipe. I do not know why, but Spider-Man likes to run in a little circle, and that can just leave you done.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you see it because he's just like walking in the
Yep.
360 circle
And
the entire time.
Fun
Like, where
tech
do I
here,
go?
jumping here stops Spider-Man from getting staggered, which is pretty neat. And then
二人
just
目の
web
ボスを
crawling
目
is
指し
slow, so
て
we'll try to avoid as much of it
ま
as
すが
possible, although we have to do a lot of it here on our way to the
ま
Lizard
ずはボ
boss
スまで
fight.
行かなけれ
And
ばっていう感
Lizard
じで
has
す。
3 phases. We only want to fight 2 of them because there is a skip. You guys would like to talk about it.
Yeah, so this is a pretty like big hard skip. So it's gonna kind of piggyback off the idea that we did with car launches, where we have like the comic book, and we're gonna use the share menu to kind of suspend time and space, and then try to send things forward. So the idea here is we have our lizard boss, and then we have Peter or Miles. Yeah, Peter.
There we go.
So Peter, we're gonna have set on one page of the comic book while we suspend the share menu, and he's gonna stay on this page. He's gonna stay where this lab is and everything, and then we're gonna spawn the boss fights where the lizard is, but Peter's gonna stay over here. The game's gonna pick up on that Peter's over there, and then the camera's gonna try and shift back over to Peter, and because of that, it kind of deloads whatever portion of this comic book exists, and Lizard just goes bloop, and dies.
あれ
Falls out of existence very
急に始まっ
literally.
た。
Literally falls through the death plane. And that is Lizard Phase 1. Lizard Phase 2 is more of our meat and potatoes combat, if you'd like to discuss it.
Yeah.
悪いことしました
So
ね。
now we actually are punching, and it's not because it's necessarily
Simple
good.
is
Although when you're in like
beginner.
surveillance mode, you are kind of juiced, and it's not terrible. But it's because it charges our focus gauge, which you can see over on the left corner of the screen, right under the health bar. And as we talked about earlier, in Ultimate, the focus gauge is extremely important because we really need gadgets, and in order to get more gadgets, we need to do finishers, and in order to do finishers, we need focus gauge. You can't actually finisher bosses without 2 focus, but it will do a pretty good chunk of damage to a boss then. But the other thing that focus is used for is healing. So we can't really heal because then we can't finisher, and then everything's just bad.
Yep, I'll remind you, this is the hardest difficulty. And healing, honestly, it's better to die depending on the fight.
Yeah.
Also, I think Evanosaurus will be happy that there's dinosaurs in this game. They are real, as opposed to what you learned in the AEW run.
And
Unfortunately for Evan, we are beating up the dinosaur. So.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Real but unhappy.
So this is a chase section, except we know where he's going to end up, and we know he's only we can only actually end the chase section after he gets to this crosswalk here. So we're just going to beat him over here and catch him. And we have to do this a couple more times, and so this would be a good spot to read some more donations.
Of course, $100 from Circuit Tree, who says, Spider-Man hype. Hype. Thank you for that. We have $50 from Level 500 Boss, who says, had to wake up fairly early to watch this run, so it's pretty helpful. You are sorting out Sandman. Thanks, Spiders Man. Thank you for that donation to Doctors Without Borders, friend.
先回りしてま
We
し
are
た。
getting closer and closer to getting another Tiger Pet. We are about $1,300 away. And don't forget, you can put that $1,300 towards that upgrading to 100% MacBat 64. We've gotten some movement out. We are grooving and schmoving. We are at $725 of that $3,000. That is 24% of the way there, because this is just the morning of math. I'm cool with it.
Sorry, real quick thing about that MacBat run. Met the runner earlier, absolutely lovely. First ever marathon run. First ever marathon run. Y'all absolutely want to get that upgrade met for them. They are a really, really cool person all the way here from Norway. So cool. I'm really looking forward to that one.
You heard Satan, and
Saki
when
Kiru.
Satan says go. So make sure you are going ! Donate, gdq.gg/donate, or using that Twitch app extension and putting those donations towards that wonderful incentive. I want to see that met, friends. I want to see that met within the next couple runs. I know we can do that, and we've still got plenty of love from people all over the world. For instance, $10 from Capital Theta, who says, can't have the neighbors donating and not us. Belgium sends its regards. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, we can jump through cars, by the way.
Yes, we can. The donation helped us get that power. Now, you can always do it. But let's believe in the donation, okay?
Sounds good. All right, who wants this fight?
So this fight is very long. So phase 3 has more health than phase 1 and 2 combined. So, and it's very important that we, deal enough DPS. We can't just like wait to get one ability, use it, and that's going to drain all of his health. No, we have to worry about recharging all of our abilities through this as well. So we're using like literally everything. You'll see that he's going to be sometimes like webbing and even parrying, because that's going to be recharging his abilities. They just deal so much damage that it's not worth even just like doing regular punches. It's all about recharging your equipment and building focus. And yeah, speaking of focus, you need 2 focus bars in order to deal damage to a boss.
What?
It's very, very important, because like once you'll see Pest do a finisher, it'll drain like a good portion of the health bar there. He'll save that a little bit towards the end after this set, but like look at this, he's chaining so many of the abilities together right there.
To the health bar.
Yeah, look at that.
Also, the focus bar, for real quick, are those 3 little bars underneath the big white bar up there. So when you see that second one fill up, you're going to see it deplete real quickly most of the time.
Okay, just use some gadgets to try to slow him down, and there we go.
Nicely done.
Good fight.
I've seen worse. All right, so what is going on with these suits? That's my current question. So that has been changed. Ooh, Bodega, that has been changed. These have been changed, right? Right?
It looks like
Okay.
they've been changed.
Maybe
は
because
い、
I
では
did
こ
an
こ
extra
で
didn't
視界
save.
交
Let's
代
try
します。
again.
ありがとうございまし
Anyway,
た。
let's
失
go
礼い
to
たしま
Miles'
す。
first full mission of the run. Give it up for Miles.
Miles.
I think it saved that time. Okay. It's like, so Miles is really, really good.
Yeah, he's pretty OP.
Say hi to the cat.
Hi, Kitty. Thank you for donating, by the way, for that.
Very cute. So we just have some quick puzzles to take out over here as we continue skipping through half of the story from from that last mission to this one. I think we skipped a good like 30 minutes of the 80% run.
引き続きスパイダーマ
So
ン
this is
2お
like
楽しみ
pretty
くだ
deep
さい
into Act 2 right now, and this is like where you know, Peter's kind of like has the suit taken, the venom taken over him, and he's like going into his Bully Maguire kind of phases a lot, and that kind of got Miles stuck in this kind of taken and abducted into this place because of that stuff. He's got to find a way out, but in order to do that, he's going to end up having to kind of like face Martin Lee here at the end. So for Martin Lee, we're going to be wanting to save a lot of our abilities and gadgets for it, but we don't want to be wasting too many of them for the fights before it. So we have 2 big fights here. Here's the first big one. It's a little bit more okay to waste some resources right here, but specifically the one before, we're going to have to save our abilities, so we're going to have to be strategic with that one later. But here we're gonna have some regular humans and dogs that we're gonna take out.
Yeah, those dogs are not friend-shaped.
We only got friend-shaped tigers. Would love to pet her more.
And the cat on her back.
True.
$160 away from the next pet.
Oh, come on, chat. Let's do it.
So this guy is a pain in our butt, but we have an ability from New Game Plus called The Floor is Lava. What The Floor is Lava does is all of our hits for in the air do significantly more damage than any combos that are on the ground. So anytime we can get a guy in the air, we absolutely want to do so.
You gotta say, it's such a good name for a skill, by the way.
Yeah, pretty good.
But yeah, as we go through more of the bosses, it's gonna be extremely more important. Yeah, we'll be able to just like airborne some bosses later, and that extra damage is really gonna help us.
Yeah, this is why Miles is OP, and always look on his feet. If they're red, that's when the Floor is Lava is going on, and you know you're doing big damage if you've got enemies in the air.
Exactly. So this is the fight where Pess has to be careful about not using his abilities, which is kind of sucks because after defeating a lot of enemies, these enemies come through, especially this like big bear like enemy, and he has a lot of health. So we normally, like if you saw how we dealt with the big guy in the last fight, we normally wanted to do like electric abilities. We can't do that here, so it's gonna resolve around us just punching and then doing a finisher on him.
Yeah, as a rule in all of these Spider-Man games, the air finisher is a quicker animation than any of the other ones, but those big boys, you don't really have a choice. We just do it, take what we can get.
I was just about to ask if there was a specific finisher that was faster because of that being the case in Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so if you want to know just how powerful Miles is and how powerful the Floor is Lava is, take a good look at this phase, because in theory, this won't last long. So Upshot, we haven't talked about yet, gets enemies airborne. We're going to do that into a full combo, into do 2 Venom Dashes, because we can do that, and then we're going to do that into a Mega Venom Blast, which is a big AoE nuke, which gets us a bunch of finisher back, and then we're just going to punch him. Really?
So clean.
Really?
Good opening combo.
Thank you.
So, but Martin Lee has several phases, and as one of the phases, he depletes our abilities. So we gotta recharge our abilities here, and then you have to use an electric-based move to kind of break his bubble here. And we're gonna, at the end, we're gonna use a trick where we're gonna avoid having to
That's fine.
charge up and use the Mega Blast from the Surge ability to instantly go through it, but you'll see that in a minute. We're gonna try and steer him towards the wall because that prevents him from kind of reacting and like recovering from our attacks if he just keeps getting like stun locked against the wall. So that's the idea behind like where we're trying to hit him towards.
Nice.
Okay, good backup.
Yeah, sometimes with ultimate difficulty, you kind of just have to go with whatever you're given because it never goes as planned.
No.
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of improv to any ultimate run of any of these games.
You also might see Pess doing some web slinging at the enemy here, and that actually doesn't do anything. In fact, the game sometimes says, "Why are you doing that? You're silly. It doesn't do anything." But what it does is recharge the focus meter, which we just talked about being super important to be able to do finishers. So it's a no-cost thing we can do during some downtime to replenish that. Also, the animations in this game are amazing. I just wanted to shout that out. Oh my gosh.
I was just thinking, like, Mr. Negative is
No,
so cool.
all of the like art team at Insomniac do an incredible job on these games.
Like, everything feels like it has weight and impact. I'm a huge nerd about this stuff, so it's so cool to see an artistic team really put all their chops into this.
All right, and this last one, we only have to dodge one phase because Miles' Mega Venom Blast will finish the fight. And there we go.
Yeah, I love that.
Nice fight.
All right.
Very clean, very clean. Yeah, claps. Thank you for coming out, by the way. Y'all, you're amazing. It's so late at night.
現在は先ほど1人目の方が走り終わられて2人目の方に交代してリレーを行われている形ですかね。ちょっと私の方がスパイダーマンの知識が全くないので今何が行われているのかわからないので、もし知識がある有識者の方がいらっしゃいましたらチャットなどでコメントいただけると助かります。一応スパイダーマンについてはスパイダーバースだけ見たことがありますね。
Yeah, so the webs here, they're going to be kind of like the impact webs from like Spider-Man 1, where basically once you do one web, it's going to do big knockback, and one web can push them, like web them up against the wall. So normally it takes like 3, but in this mode it takes 1 and it just pushes them against the wall, so it's very, very helpful.
Yeah, this was like the bread and butter thing in Ultimate Runs.
このゲームのメインはマイルズ君なんですね。先ほど最初の方にスーツを着替えていたノワールさんとまた別で出てくるんですかね。等身でわかるかもしれないんですが。
Yeah, you can just fire it at the big guys and it just does massive damage.
It does damage if you hit guys into walls doing it, which is great.
ピーターの後を継いだ感じのお話ですね。
Woo! Did we get another one? We have surpassed 1,450,000.
2人主人公でピーターとマイルス君が交代で、じゃあ今身長が高いからっていう花ではちょっと早いかもしれないですけど、これはピーターさんなのかな。
So another $2,500 gets us to take a photo of the tiger, and if we get to that $1,420,000, or 1,000, $1 million. You know what I'm talking about. You see a 420 right there. We're gonna pet the.
ありがとうございます。これはピーターさんですね。
So let's do it. We only have about like 35 more minutes because Pessilist is going really quickly in this run. So let's keep it coming.
And I do want to shout out one donation that helped us cross that threshold, and that's $100 from B.5's mom and dad, who says Ollie loves hearing his daddy play.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Aww.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So, a couple things to note in this fight is that you'll notice there's a full focus bar, and I'm not using it, and you might think that's weird, and it is weird, but the reason I'm doing that is because between phases,
タイヤの上は攻撃が当たりづらそうだ。
going to carry over, and I really want a finisher for this next phase.
電気を、なるほど、さっき渦巻き、竜巻みたいなのを避けて電撃を当てていたのがピーター君の方ですね。
Taking damage than just about anything else I can do. I do not know why. If I'm being perfectly honest, but it is a thing. So I would like to take another hit, if you would, Mr. Craven. I would not like you to hit the bell.
Just likes the sound.
There we go. Thank you. And we're going to
アイコンで、なるほど、わかりやすくていいですね。確かに顔が赤い方がピーターさんで黒いマスクされてるのがマイルス君だった気がします。
The reason that we're so particular about this is because Craven wants to, spawn in those guys. Thanks for proving my proving my point, you little doggos. And those guys are not
敵が赤枠で囲われているからどこにいるか分かりやすくていいですね。
which is not fast and not fun. So yeah. So anyway, we're fighting Peter now.
Wait, isn't Peter a good guy?
I think we can do a live reenactment of this.
Yeah, that's basically.
You don't need to even watch the video game. No, please watch the video game. Pessilist is amazing.
Yeah, so this was a emotional fight. Peter basically is, you know, you're basically playing against yourself here.
これは
They have him set up where he tries to react to whatever you're doing and tries to use all the abilities and stuff that you've
あ、
learned.
暴走しているんですね。なるほど。
What Pez is going to be trying to do here a lot of time is
ピーターさんが真っ黒になっ
unlocking
てしまい
Peter
ま
as
した。
much as possible to prevent him from reacting. So, especially in the last phase, he's going to try to prop him up against the wall with a specific combo. Just to
先輩にも容赦ないですね。
gain a chance to attack.
Yeah. If you're wondering if abilities also deal more damage with the floor is lava, the answer is yes. So the bell hurts him too, like it hurt me in the last fight, so that's kind of neat. We're going to plop him up, get him in. Sure, this can work. Get up, please. My resources are not what I would like, which makes this not ideal. We'll do what we can. Anyway, okay, we can make this sort of work. We can do
あ、
that.
猫ちゃんが。
Into
猫ちゃんは大丈夫なんでしょうか。
into one of these.
あ、猫ちゃんは大丈夫なんでしょうか。
It's so cool that this run is improv. I mean, obviously it's not cool for Pessilist, but it's really cool in general. Most runs do not have this level of thinking on your feet.
Really tough to pull up, but really cool to watch.
So, yeah, resource management is the name of the game, and I did not have them. So
猫ちゃんもなんかスーツを着てらっしゃったので、おそらくそれで
anyway,
防御されてれば
run coming up right
いい
here.
なと個人的に思いま
And
す
you
ね。
can get a couple of donations in before we talk about why.
Sure thing. $50 from a mysterious koala who says, "Hiya, all the way from Australia. I've been working all day and can finally sit down and watch Summer Games Done Quick. And I'm so
あ、ベノムも
Go team,
1だけ見た気がしま
do
す。
backflip. And there are two eye emojis staring at that backflip. I think they really want the backflip. I've been watching chat and they really, really want the backflip. We will get a backflip. Perfect. We have $5 from J. Jonah Jameson. All right. I got an interesting tip today. Remember that barbaric beast named the Rhino? Apparently last night he almost escaped from his cell in the raft. How, you ask? Well, no one there seems to know, but they assure me he's moved to a more secure cell. Now, I'm not expert on Supermax prisons, but isn't the whole point of them that there isn't anything else more secure? I mean, he's a 700-pound maniac with an indestructible horn. If there's a more secure cell, why wasn't he in it? Anyways, get me pictures of Spider-Man or you're fired.
Anyway, that was hard. It's like lining up the abilities in order to get all of those guys in one square attack, and then you go into a specific corner in order for the big AoE ability to get the guys on the high ground and the low. Way harder than it looks. And this is the coolest mission because you're playing as Venom. I don't think I need to explain that.
Yeah, we said Miles was OP, but like Venom. Venom's real good.
Yeah, Venom is pretty good. And now we unlock the ability to throw guys. The first fight, you can only do combos. The second fight, you get your first ability. This fight, we can now throw
あ、
guys.
すごい人で人を倒している。
Unlock that.
Yeah. Throwing guys as you at things just
こちら
instantly
も
takes
倒せ
them
てお
out.
得
That
と。
is just going to be faster.
Yeah, I love that this is just the fastest way.
It's pretty good. Great.
So something about Venom that I wanted to explain earlier is that, and it's going to come into play here also, is that restarting checkpoint, it will replenish our abilities. We use that for the combat to how we will want to get through it faster. But basically, like, the main game does not allow us to get our ability recharge upon restarting checkpoint. So this is a very specific mission case with Venom. Also, we had to go up that tower there. Every spot that he jumped there is a required trigger. So you can't skip any one of those. That was literally the fastest way that you could get up that.
Yep. Fun fact, we're on Ultimate. These helicopter bullets do real damage. If I run in a straight line, I will die. So zigzagging it is.
Thank you for donating to make Pessilist zigzag across the screen. And more.
Yeah, fun fact for like routing a no damage run, this is like where the route kind of stopped because it's just like impossible to avoid getting hit even once. It's just like pretty much impossible. So yeah, we gotta definitely maneuver. We can't just
ライブ中の
because we'll take
ライブ中のところにヘリが
Now Venom's beating up a helicopter, you know, as you do.
As
危
you
ない
As you do.
And here we're going to pick up an enemy because picking up enemies changes Venom's combos, which does a nice little AoE. And until then, we have to wait for some cops to spawn, helicopters to spawn in before his next boss fight. I think we can squeeze a donation in.
Sure thing. Danny donates $25. What makes my city special is that the houses in the city
え
center
も
all from
持っ
the
てきてくる
1500s.
どうするん
They're
だ
well maintained and very beautiful. Obligatory greetings from Northern Germany.
Ooh, love that.
So here's the funny.
あその人で
So these
Ante
guys are just going to fall over. All right, who wants this annoying skip?
All right, so this is a fun boss fight because we don't actually like fight Kraven. We just try to force him out of bounds, and the out of bounds will kill him. So what Pez is doing right here is a very particular
なんか怪しい動き
positioning.
をし
He's
てま
trying
す
to get Venom's foot just slightly off of this this stand here and facing the column at a very precise angle. And
There we go.
Kraven
すごい
tries
キ
teleporting
ー
to
ン
us,
ってなる
and there he gets stuck in the
もの
pillar
を浴
and
びせられてる
just
けど
auto kills him. So that
あそ
skips
こ
the
にいる
first
ことで
phase.
何
And
か
then
いいんですか
here we
ね
go. Now we have Kraven doing that.
あ何もしてないのに倒れた
2 a.m. except for the lovely folks here.
Yeah, this is how
Yeah,
we
be
feel
right
right now.
after this
あそこにいることで何かが起きて
Is huge,
倒しちゃっ
by the
たん
way.
ですか
It
ね
is. It
A
really
note.
is.
Yeah, something that you couldn't tell from that was that the camera is actually fighting Pessilist the entire time because it doesn't want you just staring at the wall.
Okay, very specific combo there to induce a teleport and then 3 jumps and he's stuck and the fight is done.
Yeah, that one's
So
also
clean,
very precise.
Pez.
Good job.
My goodness.
That is a run killer, I'll tell you that.
Did not kill that run. You did so well.
It's like, all right, we have a little bit of a dialogue to sit through before the next boss fight, so we can fit some donations in.
Absolutely $5 from Starry Blue, who donates and says, loving all the runs this GDQ. Thanks to all the runners and spin a web like no
こ
one
れは
can.
また
Go save
ピ
the
ータ
day
ー
of
さんに
record
視点
time.
が戻ったんで
Thank
す
you
か
so
ね
much for that donation again to MSF. And I just want to remind you, friends, we are getting actually really close to upgrading that Map 64 run up to 100%. Words are hard. It's 318. It's fine. We are at $2,500 of 3,000, and that means we
今
need
アイコンが
$462.
スパイダーマンだったので多
Chad,
分
I'm
ピ
gonna
ータ
put
ー
the
さんで
gauntlet
す
down. Well, I'm gonna put the web gauntlet down right now. We're gonna hit this before the end of this run, but I need your help to do it. So exclamation point donate in chat, gdq.gd/donate. Use the Twitch extension. Put the donation towards an upgrade to 100%. Let's go and get that incentive met.
That is so close. It will get done so fast. I know Spider-Man crew is here. And remember, it's a 2-for-1 because we are looking to take a photo of
この
the
移
tiger and
動
then pet the
いい
tiger
ですよ
in.
ね通勤の時とか
So
混
this
雑に
boss
巻
fight
き込まれ
is
ない
super
から
cool, because it's our first instance of like fighting a venom or a symbiote like thing, right? So far this run. It's also just like a super cool character that people were excited about. And we get to show off some cool air combos.
Yeah, so this is the fight against Scream. So how this is gonna work, essentially, is we're gonna kind of this is Act 3 where the symbiote enemies have gotten introduced, and all the symbiote enemies are weak to loud noises. So we're going to be using that a lot to stun Scream and get her up in the air, and then we're really going to utilize that floor's lava skill. You can see the red hot feet right there, means it's working.
これは電撃を浴びせているの
And
で
then just like using
はい
other
ですか
gadgets
で
and
すか
stuff
ね
to stun them as much as possible.
Yeah, and this is MJ, by the way. So
空中でコンボを決めると
they're kind of having a
デビルメイクライを
memorable
思い出し
dispute
ま
the
す
whole
ね
time. It's kind of wild. Pay attention to the dialogue. But yeah, she's not doing too hot today. Sorry,
あ
MJ.
ピーターなんですねあガジェットでなるほど
Red hair
電
day.
撃で判断してしまいまし
Up
た
in there. Who am I kidding? She's got great hair.
Yeah, so a little bit update on the story overall for where we are right now. So last mission we were playing as Venom. That was after Venom, like, we got rid of Venom from Peter, but now it's with Harry, and now Harry's trying to, like, go after Peter and using MJ.
オレンジっぽい電撃。なるほど。
Harry kind of invested MJ with the Scream symbiotes. But yeah, we're gonna save her. We're gonna save her by beating her.
Makes sense to me.
Optics of that? I don't know. I don't know.
Wording?
But yeah, this fight is super cool, and Peth is doing a really good job working with what he's got here. Juggled her really, really well in the first phase, and is doing really well with this improv here. Look at that. Just up in the air, not coming down. On the unfinished house for some reason. I don't know why there's an unfinished house here. This game's awesome.
Oh, so close. There we go.
All right, and then this
夫婦喧
phase
嘩
is actually gonna be different. So
なるほど、
we're
確
not
かに。
actually gonna fight her on this phase. We're gonna stun her
この
immediately.
方が
go over to
映
this
画で
wall,
規
and
制
then
さ
we're
れて
gonna
たことはあるんです
portion
か
the wall
ね。
to reveal this
あんまり
plate launch that's out of bounds.
私もそこまで
That's
ス
the
パイダーマンの
specific
知
one,
識はないんで
because
す
then
け
you
ど、
try to go back in,
ス
but
パイ
then
ダー
you
バースで見た
flip
限り
out
だ
of it.
と、
And yeah, now
これ
we're
から
just
何
out
か
of
しら
bounds of the
恋人
boss
と結ば
arena,
れない
and
よ
just
う
like
な
go away, and
例外があっ
when
て
we
っ
go far
ていう
enough
のは見
away,
た気がしま
can
す。
I borrow that? Yeah, thank you. Same thing happens where the floor despawns and Scream goes bloop and dies.
Yeah, the camera actually follows her down.
Yeah. So by running away from our relationship issues, we win the fight.
Yay!
Don't take that as a lesson.
All right, and just like that, we are on the final story mission of the run. This is not the final mission because all bosses does mean all bosses. We have a couple side missions to do after this. But in terms of the story, we are there. Venom wants to take over the world. There's a bunch of scary symbiotes, and we're MJ now. B-Dub?
We're
Yeah.
playing Resident Evil.
Yeah, this is basically Resident Evil or Last of Us right now, whichever one you want to pick. So yeah, this is really funny because it really is like Resident Evil speedrun. You're gonna try to run through. We're gonna try to just like run past enemies. Sometimes we're just gonna have to have really precise aim and pre-aim the headshots for the enemies. But yeah, MJ's on her own with her kind of sonic burst weapon. You do have infinite ammo, but it does run out and have to recharge. So, yeah, you have to be careful not to spam it. But yeah, he's trying to go through, get the headshots. They can be pretty tough to get with the way that these symbiotes kind of move and crawl along. But also these sonic barrels are nice to get a twofer with one shot.
Yeah, you knew you were going to get two Spider-Men, but did you know you'd get two entirely different speedruns?
And an MJ cameo. Pretty cool. Asuka, do we have a quick update on where we are with the Tiger stuff and MacBat?
For the Tiger Pictures, we are $1,800 away from
敵がいますけど、戦わないで走って逃げるパートなんですね。
100%, we are at $2,563 of that $3,000. That means we are $437 away. We are getting super close, friends. I want to see that hit for the end of this run.
身を守るための銃みたいなのは持ってらっしゃる。
We've only got about 20 minutes left, chat, so we've really got to move on those. And if you get the take the photo,
この銃も結構強そうですね。
if you apply your donation, so let's do it.
Do it. So here we have an
電撃を発射してるんで
area
すか
that's
ね。
filled with these sonic burst barrels. He used some of them on the enemies there, but now he's gonna skip. Ooh.
Oh, I know what I did. Sorry.
Yeah.
あ、前作は丸腰だったんですね。
So,
It's fine.
今回は
essentially, we're gonna have a boss
なんと
fight
か
here
防
in
御
this
手段があ
area,
ってよかった
so,
です。
and it kind of reuses the barrels. So what Pest was trying to do was restarting checkpoint to respawn the barrels, but you gotta spawn the boss first.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, you actually get two bosses in this mission.
Yeah, you can make that argument. He does have a health bar.
危ない。ここも
But he does have a health
Yeah.
戦わないと出られないんですか？
By our rules,
あ、その場にあるものを利用して倒すんですね。
well, and then we have to fight Venom 4 times, so 6 for 1?
That's so many.
5 for 1? We fight Venom a lot. You'll see him in a minute.
So we're trying to get him close to the barrels. You can shoot him, but and it's not like extremely slower. Like it's a valid option still to like just like waste your ammo, especially on friendly neighborhood, to switch between some of the barrels and wasting the ammo. But you know, ultimate difficulty a lot.
Oh, I got a double. Nice. So some of the cutscenes actually lag the game, and when you skip the cutscene, it's able to get 2 cutscene skips at once. Oh, that has never happened
That's
before.
interesting.
Oh, said the thing.
Do not know what that was. Anyway, we're going to use a concussion blast and beat him up a bit.
By the way, thank you to production behind the scenes who hits the button every time things happen. I don't know how they do it so fast. They're incredible.
Okay. So part 1, he's going to do all of that and then go over here. And now we're going to smack him about a whole lot. We want to get our stuff off cooldown as quickly as possible, so we're going to unload very quickly.
あ、これがラスボス。なるほど。
Yeah, you'll notice whenever I'm not getting a hit in, I am trying to get that web shooter in for focus. The name of the game here is do something at all times. That is really what we're aiming to do.
Always do something.
It's like if you're doing nothing, that means you could be doing something.
I think more donations might build the focus meter then, because then Jet's doing something.
Sounds like a plan. Going back to our global love, we have $100 from Psycho Sean, who says, just got off work here in Seattle. Looking forward to a long night. I guess morning at this point of speedruns. Thank you for that donation. We also have another $100 to Doctors Without Borders from Enaste. Morning from Germany. Sadly, we are already in the last 24 hours of SGQ 2025. Thanks for the outstanding event, everyone. Thank you for being so kind. We have $25 from Kai-san, who says, greetings from Canada. Hello from just south of you, friend. Thank you so much.
お、特殊な攻撃みたいなのが
$5 from
発動
Codefex
してま
and
す。
Digital Deer, who says, hello from Alaska. We're just heading
敵を
to
一定
bed.
数
We've been
ダメージを与える
watching
と
SGQ for so many
ムー
years
ビーと
now.
一緒に
We
攻
love
撃
to
する
donate
の
when
よ
we can,
くあ
and
り
this
ま
year's
すよね。
been so spectacular. Thanks to all the staff who work so tirelessly to bring such an amazing show at all hours of the day and night. Sleep tight, everyone, and never forget trans rights.
Trans rights. Yes, keep those
本来であれ
location
ば
donations
ピーター
coming.
さん
They're
は
wonderful.
黒いスーツではなく白い
This fight's
白いん
just
で
so
すね。
cool to watch.
Yeah, there is one cool strat here, which has, well, he doesn't have any abilities, but so one thing you could do here when he does the white bar, it basically means that you have to do damage with the abilities, nothing else will work. Usually it's 3. Something that you can do is if you start an ability when he's like about to like put on the white bar, like he's supposed to take away the charge on all of your abilities, but if you can correctly like start an ability before he starts that animation, it can continue through and you can take off a third of his health bar right as he kind of spawns that white health bar. Pes did do it at the start of phase 2, which was kind of cool.
And this is an example of I'm taking a slower end to this fight because I want focus to build up for the next phase, because that does carry over between the Spider-Men.
Oh, look, it's a Meta Knight. I'm glad I kept that from y'all during practice.
That was a good one.
Nice one. I think we can
Oh,
sneak
mata
one
MJ
quick
さんが。
donation in here before we get into this next phase.
Of course, $25 from Nat Tiger. Greetings from Sweden. It's 9 in the morning, and I am pumped for a great day of games.
今度は、
Spider-Man,
マイルス
Batman,
君ですね。
Final Fantasy, Celeste. Agreed. Thank you so much for that donation, Nat Tiger.
Stacked day. Y'all are not going to want to miss any of it.
All right, so Miles is really good, guys. I don't know what to say. Miles just
マイルス君は基本的にパーカーを着てますね、そういえば。それで見分けもつくかもしれない。
And because Venom's wings means he is in the air, which we do like because we deal more damage in the air. And then in the last bit, he goes back in the air, which is great. I'm just going to throw this back at him. Do some punches, do a little bit of gadgets, try to stun him, and there we go. And now the last phase of Venom. This is weird. I do not know why this works the way that it does. But if you but for some reason that I do not understand, you are able to smack him about a little bit and then do a air finisher on him on the ground. I do not know why, but if you do that into a Mega Venom Blast and a Ricochet Web, you get all of your abilities back instantly. Why? I really don't know.
Magic.
Yeah, that's weird. I like it.
I mean, it's fast.
Sometimes weird things can be good for us.
And sometimes they're not, so we take what we can get. So just going to do a little bit of smacking, and Venom is going to be donezo.
I thought Brawl Meta Knight could never lose.
I mean, is it Brawl Meta Knight, or is it like Smash 4 Meta Knight?
Ooh, very important question, very important.
All right, so like I said, all bosses means all bosses. We are not done yet. We have a couple of side quest bosses we have to go take care of now. So this is our first stealth takedown of the run. Stealth takedowns instantly take guys out. That would be helpful if we could do that ever anywhere else, wouldn't it?
Oh, don't forget to do a backflip while you're out here swinging around.
スパイダーマンのこの1のゲームは一度だけ誰かがされてるのを見たことがあるんですけど、この雲の糸が特に建物のない場所で貼られていたりするので、どこから引かれているんだろうっていうのは疑問がありました。
We still need to like get through the fight beforehand pretty cleanly, so we'll have to make do with what we have.
This is a whole
天井があるんですね、ゲーム内に。
Because whatever abilities I used as Miles is comes with the cooldown of what we have here, and as you saw in that fight, it can get wonky in terms of what abilities you happen to have. Like in some ways, going faster is actually worse because the abilities are on cooldown longer. So.
We could be going faster on that Mac bat, by the way. I'm looking at that. It is so close to being done. Come on, chat. Y'all only have like 10 minutes left in this run. You gotta do it.
Less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes. Come on, let's do it. It's like $400 away. It's annoying my eyes.
412 specifically. And for the record, everyone's celebrating the backflip. I just wanted to pass that on to you.
Nice.
Fantastic.
All right, so Yuri, we want in the air. Yuri does not
あ、
want
ま
to be
た
in the air.
あ、これは違う人か。
That's the basic dynamic.
違うスパイダーマン。
By the way, the dialogue in this game is really good.
It is.
スーツを着てるだけで別にスパイダーマンではないんですね。
Every single fight, and just it's such a cinematic game with real heart and love put into it. I really love this game, even though I don't play it. It is every single time B-Dud plays a game, I love it, even though I don't play it.
なるほどなるほど。
One of my criteria to me playing a game is like it just gives me such a great like experience my first casual playthrough, and reasons why I speedrun is just to try to relive those memories over and over again. So Spider-Man 2 was definitely one of my top games in like 2023, and I couldn't help but like replay it so much.
見覚えがあります。
Play games you love. Big speedrunning tip.
So we're going to try to save our resources here because this fight gets very, very scary the longer it goes on. This phase usually isn't too.
前作では仲間だったけど裏切って気に寝返ってしまったんですね。
Now we're going to, she's going to try to disappear and teleport on us, but upshot exists. And so if we just sit here, we wait about 1, 3, upshot. There she is in the air. We deal a little more damage that way, and we use our finisher, and I believe this will get us out of this phase. Yep.
You used to believe we could do both.
And then the next phase, we should have Symbiote Rage back. No, we do not. All right, that's fine. We're just going.
Upshot again.
It's improv time, and this is where it can get, this fight can get.
レイスさんがたびたび身を隠していますが、
I believe.
それを見つけて倒すっていうフェーズですかね。
Also, it's Wraith month. Happy Wraith month.
I probably should have taken a hit there because getting into rage mode would be easier, but this is more swag, so.
Yeah,
It's Happy
that was
Wrath month.
well done.
Alright, so now it's the final
確かに忍
boss
者
of
っ
the
ぽい
run.
ですね。
We
先ほど
gotta
も
go fight
本当は
Mysterio, and
本
as
名
is
がゆり
Spider-Man
渡
tradition,
辺
we
さん
have
っ
to
て
treat
コメントでい
Mysterio
ただ
with
いて
all
る
the
んで、
respect that Mysterio reserves. So who has
忍者の
shoutouts?
方、日本文化を
Yeah,
ここに
Rich,
出
do
し
you
て
want
き
to
てい
start?
るのかな。
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to the Spider-Man community. Like, both games are awesome to run, and you know everyone's great. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't stream or anything with any sort of consistency. So, you know, B-Dad, why don't you take it away?
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, especially the Spider-Man community. Like Burke, Maverick, and Recondite introduced these two categories, two mods for the Spider-Man community, and they introduced these late last year. They're really nice, bite-sized categories that
わ、大きい。こんな。
being movement and combat
こ
for
こは仮想世界とかなのかな。
for Spider-Man speedrunning, and it's
息
so
もなん
nice
だ
to be
か
able to have it
安
all
心です。
within like an hour and a half time span, and not like take 4 hours to actually have to speedrun a game that I love. So yeah, it was a really great idea for them to introduce that, and I really appreciate that.
This is a call to action. More community categories that highlight fun stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I also want to shout out HG. He is the main man for Spider-Man 2 speedruns. He basically has record in everything, and he's just so talented at this game.
幻惑させるヴィラン。なるほど。
If you want to see Spider-Man
あ、
2 be
建物も
perfected
逆
as
さ
well
ま
as
に生えて。
that can possibly be done.
これは逆に糸を張らせるところが多くていいですね。いいのかな。
I love that.
や
And
り
I
や
also
すそ
want
う
to
で
give
はある。
a shout out to Bacon Guy. Overall, the Spider-Man games, he's putting in tremendous work, and I just love to see the effort and growth that he's putting into everything. So, yeah, really awesome community.
Yeah, it's amazing. People are
猫
so
ちゃんが
talented.
暴れていらっしゃいます。
For me, I'm Satan herself in general, but I'm actually Satan isn't herself on Twitch. I do not play this game as much as I do love it. I play things like Peggle and Plants vs. Zombies fast instead. I did a Plants vs. Zombies run on Monday. Definitely check that out after the event is over. It was super, super cool. We had a dev on couch. And huge shout outs, obviously, to this whole gang for letting me be on this couch, even though I've never touched this game. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. Also, I'd love to shout out chat once they meet that MacBat incentive. I'm staring at it. Come on.
So the one piece of cool tech in this fight is here we're going to slingshot over and use our circle ability to get all of these clones in a big group. And then we can use Mega Venom Blast, and that will take out... Oh, a couple guys got away. Of course they did. Why would they not? I'm just going to do this again for the lulz. Why not?
Yeah, it's so satisfying taking them all
So
out in one
satisfying
shot.
when you
Yeah, we
actually
gotta
get...
see it.
There we go. Right? Is there one that got away?
Possibly.
Two?
The two that got away.
Whatever. Whatever, go away. Anyway, shout outs to the Spider-Man community, like B-Dud said, everyone that said, great people, join the Discord, really chill community. I agree. Really great vibes all around there. Shout outs to C and Satan for helping us throughout this.
Absolutely.
Been a lot of fun.
My pleasure. It was so much fun.
Time is when we skip this cutscene after this. Time.
GG's. GG. Wow, that was
あ、
really
GG。今倒して戻ってきて終わったみたいですね。
But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout outs to the GDQ staff that make this run every year. It is insane. I really don't know how people do it. It's incredible. And shout out to MSF, all the incredible and timely work that they're doing. Like, please keep those donations coming. It's coming to a great cause. And not only do we get the pet cats and all the other cool stuff gamers do, it's going straight to people that really do need it. So,
Yeah, thank you everyone so much for donating. Really, really appreciate it.
all right, how many pets and photos?
I think we got 2 pets.
2 pets
we
and
had two
photos?
pets.
We didn't quite make it to a photo.
That is fine.
That's
All
all right. Do
一
you
等で指定された
monitor right now?
虎を撫でるですね。
The photographer takes
かわいいですね。
And then pet number 2. Thank you, chat, for donating
キュ
even
ートという
more.
声も聞こえてきました。2回も撫でていいんですか？
And
あ、すごい写真撮ってますね。
donations, thank you so much
いいです
for
ね。
watching that Summer Games Done Quick. Thank you so much, the SGQ, for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
はい、以上で、スパイダーマン2
Give it up
終わり
one
です
more
ね。
time for that wonderful run
で
by
は次のタイトルの準備のために一度
Pessilist
退席いたし
2.
ます。
All right, friends, I am going to get more pictures of sorry, I'm going to go get a hydration break. You should too, and we'll be right back with more fantastic runs.